Yo, welcome back everyone to another podcast. Uh, I'm one of your hosts, Jay Will. You got my boy Darius of course, to my left or your right of you, and Zulu's always at the bottom. Um,
Was
Final four for men's and women are both here. They are all in the state of Texas, which is crazy.
y'all
So
turn in, huh?
the whole state is lit. Uh, but who y'all got winning?
Before you go, bro. Before y'all go, y'all look at how much it's gonna cost to go one of them games. That
No,
y'all looked at.
I know
Yeah,
the women's game was somebody told me it was like $300 for a ticket,
it's the same about the men's. 389.
but they said you can stay the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that ain't that bad.
I ain't bad. Actually, that's a good price. I would think for 2 games.
Yep, yep.
So,
But who y'all got winning?
Um.
I got whoever coming out of the San Diego, not San Diego, UConn and Miami to win it all.
I picked against Miami last week and they made a fool of San Diego State. I do think they're gonna be in the championship. I will say that, and I think I'm gonna agree with you, Josh. And whoever wins between Miami and UConn is gonna win it.
yeah. Well, I'm rooting for the whole state of Florida. So Miami, FAU coming out. Miami, I feel like Miami gonna win it all though. They just way too athletic. They got like 4 leading scorers left in this tournament. They have like 13 plus. From like one to I mean they a bucket.
Them boys hooping, that's for
They
sure.
like real deal, like inside out. They play defense again. They athletic, so if they got to run, they can run. And so really, you just got to keep up with them. Don't let them. And you really hope they don't start off hot. To be honest, so I think honestly, I'm just gonna take it out over there. I think Miami might have a chance to win it all. But I feel like UConn, Miami. That's kind of how it's rocking on the men's side. And on the women's, I just want to see LSU and South Carolina play so bad.
I got
So
LSU winning the rematch.
They got some
yeah,
good. That Iowa and South Carolina game gonna go crazy on Friday.
I think Clark get hammed up, fam. I mean, I know she a bucket. Like, let me not say it as if she's not a bucket. But I feel like even in that game, the last game she played, bro, they started throwing that shading that double team to her early. She picked that ball up.
But Iowa, I think, as far as they are, because of one player.
No, true. The rest of them can shoot.
Right.
If you get to her early. Don't let her get to her early. Get in the head a little bit. And South Carolina, I mean, they athletic enough to play ball. Really, if they want to just throw one, I think they can actually give us some work. But I mean, she gonna have to eat for sure.
Yeah.
She gonna have to eat.
And then who LSU playing?
VTech.
Virginia Tech. Yeah, VTech ain't no slouch, but I just think LSU riding a lot of momentum. And then Angela Reese is the bucket. Angel Reese, I mean, and the little freshman.
Yeah,
Crazy.
be hooping. She got a lot of energy.
And if I forgot how to say her last name. Number 10 get going is up. Other big for them. She's kind of like a athletic big. She getting a bucket too. So I just want to see her. I just want to see Reese and Boston go at it for sure.
Bro, I just want to see FAU lose.
I tell you this though, Josh. It make Memphis loss to them not look as bad. We were the closest ones to beat them. We should have beat them, but
Nah, that's a true statement. We
taking
definitely
them
should have.
into the Final Four, let me know at least it wasn't a fluke that they beat us. Like them cats is moving.
Nah, they just really like that.
I mean, we would have made the Final Four too, even with our poor shooting.
Easily, we've been that thing right there. I know that kill your man to hear it, but
Hey, I mean, you coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm not talking about where we're not at. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. So
That's all good, bro. What's the difference in between these teams? Like, what will make Miami beat UConn? Because UConn coming. They want all the smoke.
UConn done won every game by at least 20 points.
They want all of it. And they ain't played no slouch. They played the tough dogs.
I mean, like you said when we was watching them versus Gonzaga, what my boy is a weak link. He can't shoot. What is it? Was it 44, 45 for them?
Oh,
Ah.
Yeah. Boy out there.
They had
You
a
talking
dude
about
out there that ain't made a 3 the whole NCAA tournament.
my boy? Then shout all of them though. He looked like me in 2K in the last 2 days.
No, that wasn't even the guy. It was
For
number
sure.
11 who ain't made a 3 all NCAA tournament.
Well, because that ain't gonna cut it. I just feel like that ain't gonna cut it. Miami, they are aggressive. They don't play no just wait and see ball. They run like 2 plays. The rest of it damn near ISO ball, and everyone can get their own bucket. and they started 5. I mean, I know UConn got two dogs out there. They got the big dude for sure, and there's another guy who's like averaging like. Yeah. So, I mean, they get going early and shake them up in the paint, but Miami gonna spread them out. So either you're gonna have to come out there to them and then let them slash, or I don't know. I just feel like like kind of like how Golden State plays ball. You spray people out, it's harder to function a little bit, especially if you rely on bigs.
Yeah, we'll see. UConn, they tough. They be
Yeah,
tough to beat. They ain't
no
played
slouch.
some teams, so
Yeah.
they played Texas, they played Gonzaga, they played Arkansas. So
They battle ready.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I mean, they sent Drew Timmy to the warehouse, man. My dog is gonna go work on cars for the rest of his life.
My cousin was out there really getting a bucket, but that foul they gave him kind of turned the whole game, and it was over after that. So
They kind of he had a good run though.
he did, but he got another year if he want to come back.
No,
Man,
bro.
I'm tired of seeing you. Go to the warehouse, bro. Go work on them cars. Jeez, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I'm not for sure if y'all watched the All American game chat and Darius and Zoo, but I feel like this All American game, I didn't watch all of it, but I just feel like it wasn't that entertaining.
Nah, I mean, it wasn't like flashy highlight entertaining, but it was good basketball. I mean, they played to the end. It was close. Really, the girls' game was good, and the boys' game.
They played the same night. Oh, they
Yeah.
played the next night.
Was it? I thought it was back to back.
Nah, they played it tonight. They probably playing right now.
No, the girls already played.
Oh, they must have played Monday then.
I just wanted to play the same night. Either way, I just want the same night. But like,
It might be.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it was hooping. I mean, the girls' game showed up kind of like how the boys' game usually go. Like the guys, the stars show up, other guys get their flash on. It was cool, but it still was a good game. The boys' game was actually kind of competitive to the end. UK out the wazoo on the court. Bronny was hooping. Bronny
was out there.
Yeah. If you had a question for Bronny was out there looking live for sure. I mean, he gonna be a 3-and-D guy for sure.
At least he started his career.
Yeah, at least to start. Matter of fact, LeVar came out and said, I guess after he talking about kind of what people talking about what Bronny gonna do, he said he might as well just go to Australia, go hoop in Australia for a year, go ahead, go to the league. He said if he's that dude, but I mean, I like shoot if you gonna hoop, you might as well go ahead and get that NIL money for a year at Ohio State, and then
He gonna get that regardless.
Right. I mean, like he need it, but
he might.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, it's his own paper. Hey, it's his own paper. You're right. I hope he go to Ohio State. They be turned.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, did we watch the NIT? I watched Wisconsin. I believe they ain't scored the last 10 minutes of the game versus North Texas.
I stopped watching Philos.
That jump was born.
Not even that. I just didn't have nobody else to root for.
Vandy sold, so wasn't much to watch.
It probably wasn't, but
I mean, it wasn't. It was just NIT basketball.
Hey, just go ahead switching gears over to football. I'm gonna start off with college. Actually, I'm gonna switch over to NBA basketball. So I got my hair cut today, and my barber said, "Give me 5 shooters that's better than Kevin Durant. Well, that shoot better than Kevin Durant." All time shooters? Okay.
All time shooters.
Shooters, not 3-point, just shooters in general.
Shooters, right?
So they can shoot 2s or 3s.
So like score.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say Steph. Like we call him the greatest shooter of all time already. Got to be Steph, right?
I mean, that's non-negotiable. Ray Allen, probably Reggie Miller would be non-negotiable.
Ray and Reggie. So Ray and Reggie, Larry Bird got to be in the off of the percentage numbers he had. Okay, he started off with 2s to the 3s, maybe, and then trying to think.
Are we talking about score? Or are we talking about shooting?
So this is what it started. This is what it started off with. It started off with shooting, right? So I named like my 5 shooters. Well, I was like, it's kind of hard to name like, to me personally, who probably shoot better than Kevin Durant for real. 5 shooters that kind of shoot better than Kevin Durant. Based off how long Kevin Durant's gonna probably play and where he end up and stuff like that. Unless you want to say like James Harden and stuff, based off of 3s. But he brought it in and said in general like 2s and 3s. So then I was like, I really don't think it's 5. I can't name 5 people who shoot better than Kevin Durant from mid or 3.
Can't name one.
I mean, if you want to say one, would be Steph, but that's it.
Like the only one though.
Like I couldn't name nobody that outside of like Reggie Miller was a typical 3-point shooter. Ray Allen was. I said Clay, but he was like Clay do shoot 2s. I'm like not on a consistent basis. Clay just ain't dribbling, pulling up on 2s.
Clay nice though. I give it to him. He ain't Kevin Durant.
And outside of them, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Clay, and Steph, I don't know nobody that shoot better than Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta get like either it's gotta be a numbers game where the percentage just hit like better or something, but like just eyeball test shoot. I don't know, especially 2s and 3s because the mid game crazy.
And then it went from that to like basically who would you take? And of course, you know who I go get my hair cut by, Darius.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, I will take Desmond Bain over Kevin Durant. I said, fam, you got it. Like, you on some serious drugs or something, right?
And don't get me wrong. Everybody know I like Desmond Bain. But if you give me
Darius' favorite player on Memphis.
If you give me the option to take KD or Desmond Bain, I'm taking Kevin Durant.
He was like, I'd take Jaren Jackson over Kevin Durant. I said,
who's your barber?
He from Memphis. He's Memphis by
I'm just like, bro, I'm not taking Jaren Jackson over Kevin Durant, bro.
No.
He was like, he said Ja Morant. I said, we could discuss it, but I'm not taking him over him still. But that could be debated.
I really don't think there's nobody in the league that I'd take over Kevin Durant.
I don't think currently now. I don't think nobody in the league I'd take over Kevin Durant either.
Yeah, like he's too efficient, bro. It's like
if he's not hurt, I'm not taking nobody over him.
Right.
If you tell me Kevin Durant gonna give me 82 games in a full playoff run, I'm taking Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of LeBron James in 2012 to 16.
That Miami Heat LeBron was so different.
So, or the unanimous MVP Steph. But other than that, I'm not taking nobody over Kevin Durant. So what's y'all opinion?
So is Kevin Durant, with that being said, right, is Kevin Durant the best scorer that we've seen?
Ever.
I think in terms of like his ability of points nobody will ever equal up to LeBron James. He had a fair advantage. He started 4 years before anybody, at least 3 years before the top scorers even started playing. So he got 3 years of just points, even if he was below average.
Strictly off the eyeball, my bad. Because the record wise, like you're not gonna, LeBron's gonna be that for probably ever. Who knows?
I don't think nobody. KD does it, bro. It's nothing KD can't do. He can dribble, shoot over you. He can shoot open. He can spot up. He can drive. He can post up.
So this opens up the door, right? It's always a question. I just want to hear what y'all think. So Prime Melo.
No.
Next. Prime Melo. I was asking.
Next.
but we ain't seen the KD ever. And there's a reason why every time he goes to, that team suddenly become the favorite to win the championship. They don't do this on accident. Whatever team he goes to is suddenly are they gonna win it all?
Well, then the odds of top 3 to win it all.
Yeah.
Every single time.
He went to Brooklyn with Kyrie, and I think they probably could have made it over the hump in Brooklyn. They just didn't want to pay him this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make the finals because I think they would have beat Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But to each his own. Ben Simmons ain't played in 4 fucking months, so I mean.
Free camp time. Hey, is he ever getting back? You think he done?
Who?
Oh, I mean, been some zip it.
He's saying zip him up.
Zip him up. Shit, that's so crazy, bro. Cuz was really like an all-star, walking all-star first team defense, and bro, after one so sad series, bro fell off the cliff. That is crazy.
Bro, I just think the most disappointing part about it is, bro, like each season you come back, you look better passing, you look better maybe driving and setting people up and shit. But the one thing I never understood is, bro, they leave you open. If you shooting this shit in off season, why the fuck are you not shooting this shit in the game? It's pre-game jump shots. I ain't getting contested. They ain't on me. I ain't running off screens. Like, I don't think anybody has a problem with Ben Simmons if he was to miss them. Like, if he took 600 threes this season and he made 100, nobody's going to be like, well, you need to stop shooting. It's just going to be like, all right, bro, you finally started shooting. Now they got to start guarding you. Now, bro, people don't even guard the man. It's just like, we are more effective out there.
Well, you can put me on any team. I'll be more effective.
Okay.
Hey, who are you, bro?
Hey.
Memphis Tigers commit.
Could Ben Simmons turn into Draymond Green, Darius? Well,
no.
It's so crazy. I think Draymond Green.
Because if he could have, he would have done it already.
Well, he was doing it.
That's what I'm saying. It stopped. That's why I say he can't turn it into him because he was doing it and he turned into Kwame Brown.
Hey, bro, don't bring Kwame into this, bro.
I like Kwame. I'm just saying.
He turned into DJ Mabanga.
Maybe he could. What you say, Coach?
He turned into DJ Mabanga.
Hey, I mean, maybe he can pull a MPJ, bro. Get the back officially right and do
done,
something,
bro.
And go where, fool?
Huh?
I don't know where you go.
And go where? Who gonna play him?
Nobody gonna play him.
I mean,
I agree.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna play him.
You got
so you paying this guy what?
He can go to Miami and they would still be the same record now.
You can't. We don't need him.
Yeah, I actually do.
Thanks for the.
I'm just hey, bro. I'm just letting y'all know. You talking about y'all being the 8 seed?
Is Kyle Lowry back?
He is.
Yeah.
He's terrible too.
I say he's Kyle Lowry. This type of Kyle Lowry. We can't do nothing with him. Sure, this one, give me Dennis Smith Jr. from Charlotte real quick. I can borrow him for a couple games.
Yeah, y'all in likelihood not being the 8 seed right now. The way y'all training.
You know who we are.
We don't.
You do.
We know who the coach is.
My dog know. My dog know who he is. It's about that time anyway.
It is.
It's about that time. Best player in the NBA, he said. You heard what he said.
Yeah.
I'll fix.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You need something, bro?
I'm smoking.
Yeah, you high as fool over
he said,
hey, look.
Hey, bro.
What?
Let that man believe.
Just like you believe. Hey, but now I'm going to switch over to college football. What's y'all predictions this year? I need...
No. Since we talking about college football, tell me yesterday.
What?
Tell me what you was telling me yesterday about USC.
I believe USC not this season when we play Ohio State because I don't even know if we're going to play in the first year in the Big Ten. we gonna beat them. What's wrong with that?
I told him, man.
What?
I told that man, nah, I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think so, right? Because what I know with USC up to this point,
Don't play no defense.
they don't play no defense.
But you think
And
operating in the mind that they still got CJ Stroud?
so again,
Are you operating in the mind that they still got CJ Stroud?
no.
Yeah,
they lose just like they losing CJ this year. They losing Caleb next year. So the year he get there, they don't have Caleb Williams. They don't have. Shoot, I don't even know who's the next.
That's what That's what I've been.
That's what I'm saying, right? But I'm saying because they both are starting basically fresh. By the time when y'all get over there,
how are we starting?
The Ohio State already has a track record and a foundation laid to play Big Ten football. Y'all converting to it.
All right. Who's in the Big Ten?
I mean, you could just say
Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State.
2 teams. So if you want to say that, USC really play a harder schedule.
I didn't say y'all didn't.
So how we not prepared? If Utah, give me a second. If Utah was in the game with Ohio State in the Rose Bowl, how are we not prepared to play against a Big Ten team? Now, Michigan, I don't know. Michigan run the ball a lot more than Ohio State, so we don't know what that's going to turn out to be. But I doubt we'll play one of them 2 schools, well, both of them teams the first year anyway.
Probably not.
So, based off of what we were talking about yesterday, or whatever day it was, what is USC losing to make you be like, well, Ohio State has the advantage based off of what they going to lose this year as well, and what USC will not lose this year besides Caleb fucking Williams?
Caleb Williams is the only way y'all in the game. So if you losing, give me
a time that Lincoln Riley has not had a QB.
Not saying he won't have one.
Okay, so you could say we losing Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. He gonna have a QB ready to play.
And regardless, the rest of the team got to be ready to play Big Ten football.
All right, so who
ain't gonna play y'all? They ain't gonna play y'all like they really can play y'all like they play in Michigan and just walk through because it's a physical game. They just make y'all play bully ball. You think you're ready for that? Off the cuff?
You think they ready for Lincoln off the cuff?
I take my chance. I'd rather take my chance with that.
You fucking stupid. You is stupid.
I'm just saying,
bro. You getting a little too gas, fam.
You give them a chance. You give them more of a chance to get a stop out of y'all. I'm not saying y'all.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
It's not going there throwing 60. 30, how much you average? 30 like 40?
No, I won't, because if Nick Saban couldn't do it or Kirby Smart couldn't do it, why would Ohio State be able to do it?
But did you win the game?
That's because of defense.
The game
and this is the difference. Alabama, they had everything. Oh, Georgia, they had 2 running backs who went league.
The same way y'all reload.
Ohio State don't have 2 running backs that's going to the league. A QB who gonna go to the league.
We don't know. We won't know. The same way we don't know what y'all quarterback's gonna look. We expect him to work. We expect him to play well because
I'm expecting Lincoln to have a QB.
Right. And the last 2 quarterbacks of Ohio State going to the league. Did they not?
Who was the last 2? I know it's CJ
Stroud.
Oh, okay.
So the same way y'all reload, that's what I'm saying. The same way y'all reload, they reload, and they gotta already have a foundation built.
Who are they?
A playoff team already.
This is bruh, you keep saying they reloading. Cool. They are losing significant pieces. How many All American? Who are we? I'm telling you, we not. You keep bringing up Caleb. That's it. I could have sworn it's 10 other people on the field. Now, if it was this year,
all you gonna have is relief, right? Who all staying? Who all gonna be there for the 2 years y'all gone? The next 2 years. I mean, granted, because I can't get what I'm saying. Who will all y'all keeping? Y'all keeping everybody but Caleb the next 2 years?
I mean, Caleb is clearly gonna be gone, fam.
Right, and then after that, what about Bryce, son, you said he's staying this year. Is he gonna be back the year after that?
He's more than likely gonna be back another year. You know,
the only person I know young enough to stay on y'all team, just because I don't know y'all team like that, is Relief.
I mean,
the running back.
Zachariah Branch is there. Mario probably will be back because he ain't a top receiver. Y'all act like he just this top receiver. Mario will probably be back. Relief will be back. Austin Jones will be gone. He'll run it back. But this is why you go out and start recruiting. So the class that he had come in this year, he loaded up on offense. And he did all his transfer portals on defense. So we ain't going to get experience. And all them people that he got experience with are going to be back for the following year. He trying to beef up. You know his offense ain't never a problem. So this year, I'm going to see what they going to do on defense. I doubt my boy get fired. I can't think of his name right now because he pissed me off he pissed me off every fucking year. Well, every fucking game. But in terms of Ohio State, just think about it, bro. Marvin Harrison got hurt with C.J. Stroud in them, and the offense completely changed. They also didn't play with Smith-Njigba. They played Michigan this year as well. And when Marvin Harrison was, I'm not even for sure what he did that game, but when they had him under wraps, they looked mediocre. And this is with the QB who's going to go number one, with the 3 All American linemen they got. With the people
they playing Michigan and they playing Georgia. USC is not either one of them.
Bro, if you think Michigan, look, if you think Michigan offense is lethal, you got it, fam.
I'm not saying they lethal, they team. I mean, go because all we can go off is what we know, right? So we need the last 2 teams you just mentioned. All of them was in the playoff.
Okay, so I could have sworn TCU was built just like USC. What was different?
They play better defense than y'all.
No, they don't. They literally won that game because they got turnovers. They wasn't stopping them at all.
Turnovers is defense. Last time I checked.
I could have sworn USC was top 10 in the nation in defense turnovers.
And y'all didn't get them when it counts the most.
But bro, trying to argue with Miami fans just make my head hurt some days.
I'm just saying in general, fam.
Look,
I'm just saying, and
you act like I said something out of fetch. I said in 2 years USC gonna beat them. Now I'm gonna let Darius pick it back off why USC gonna beat them in 2 years, or maybe lose to them in 2 years.
I don't think Ohio State gonna beat necessarily. I mean, I really don't know. There's too many unknowns for me to think that far. But I don't think it's gonna be what you saying, Zoo. You acting as the way you talking like USC don't have a chance. I ain't saying that.
No, I didn't say that. I won't say that. I wouldn't say that they're gonna win.
You keep saying USC is not Bama and Georgia. I mean, that's obvious. But we're not just going to sit here and act like Lincoln Riley don't got a reputation, no matter who he playing. Points going to be scored, right? So I don't know how much faith you got in Ohio State, but if they were to play as of right now, I would pick USC to win. If they were to play,
yeah. Because because what's coming up. If you talking about as of right now, you still know what USC got up front on your face. And you don't know. We truly right. Even this year coming up, we don't know what Ohio State look like except for Marvin Harrison Jr.
And I guess that's what you confusing me. So how are you so sure now?
So based off overall what we do know, going into 2 years from now, I'm talking about in the 2 years from now when they both are almost dang near starting from scrap, right? Yes, USC's gonna have an offense. I do believe I'm confident in that. I do believe you on that. I do think in terms of what they playing in Big Ten football, Ohio State. And they've been for the last 4 to 5 years. They just gonna repeat that, if not get better.
Which is what though?
So I think taking that, like if we was taking USC, Ohio State as they were last year, I would have picked Ohio State again too.
Well, which is what though, right? Because it's misleading because Ohio State not a powerhouse on defense, and they barely good.
No, they're not like not a juggernaut, but they're better than USC. So I would expect them to get a stop before I expect to get a stop against them. So it's a fireworks show, right? We'll get a stop first.
Not to be non-biased, if they are better, it ain't by much.
That was just what I'm about to say. Are they better though? Right. So I think you talk about equivalency when you're talking about defense and defense with them two teams. Well, now what separates them is I think Lincoln Riley, what I've voiced before, is probably the best offensive mind in college football, if not in football in general. So I think with them losing Marvin Harrison, possibly the other little number 2 guy,
Baker, yeah,
Baker,
yeah,
and then Henderson, all of them will be gone at the time that they play. Then you lose 2 All American tackles.
Right.
I think it just feel like more holes than what I can give them. Oh yeah, they're gonna no. We don't even know if they'll win the Big Ten. They hadn't won the Big Ten. They didn't win last year at least.
Right.
So I don't know what separates. I don't know what makes you so sure. I guess is what I'm confused on. Why you so sold on Ohio State would be USC?
Just again, they don't have to change, and they're gonna do what they do regardless. I feel like USC's got more changing to do outside of offense, obviously, because they're gonna. I mean, again, scoring is scoring. In terms of converting to Big Ten football, foundation's laid. I think it's more of a conversion for them than it is.
I'm gonna say this: USC defense is extremely young. Besides them bringing in a linebacker from Oklahoma State, and maybe 2 grads or whatever it may be from Purdue and Michigan or whoever else they want to go grab from there. You got to think about it. The whole secondary are freshmen. They played Blackman and a bunch of freshmen besides Sierra Wright. He was a sophomore, true sophomore. Corey Foreman is still on the team. He was a sophomore. Well, junior. No, he was a sophomore last year. He'd be a junior this year. So, like, in terms of people, I expect the defense to be better. Now, is Alex Grinch going to get the job done? Look, bro, I put my bank account on it that he won't get fired in 2 years still.
So he got some of that, man. It's the only way he's to get a job.
But Ryan Day ain't really, I don't know how, I can't put it in a good or bad way. Because I can't say he really not producing QBs, but the QBs are really the physical talent of their abilities that Ryan Day is coaching. Like, Justin Fields was Justin Fields. He was him, actually. Ryan Day put him in situations, a little bit of situation, but Justin Fields ultimately made all the plays.
Right.
Same with Caleb. But you know Lincoln's going to coach to the best of the abilities. I don't think Ryan Day does that all the time. Versus Michigan, I feel like he should have let C.J. Stroud go win me the game. True. But he want to dictate the whole entire game. Lincoln Riley ain't dictating. Hey, bro, you killing them, go. Hey, you got full ability to change plays, do whatever you want. So in terms of that aspect, will the young QB be pushed into action or will he be catered? And also, is it a home or away game? Last time USC played Ohio State at home, it was an ass whooping for Ohio State. 2008. And then the year after that, it was an ass whooping for them again at home. It wasn't an ass whooping, but we won. And then they beat our ass in the bowl game. So tradition really says that USC dominates Ohio State. And Ohio State got to come out recruit Lincoln Riley in the state that Lincoln in. C.J. Stroud left California to go to Ohio State. JT, the DN who ain't going to be there in 2 years, he left Washington to go to Ohio State. So that's what I'm saying. Now, USC can still lose. Don't get that out of my head. But
either one can lose. Either one can lose for sure.
But so I'm going to take USC all day long this year and next year to be non-biased. Until Ohio State show me they got a C.J. Stroud back there and some wide receivers that's going to do something for me.
I'm confident they're going to keep some receivers for sure.
Yeah, they low key.
That's the trend. Brian Hartline ain't playing none of that.
They might, but I mean, not really tripping off of that. But Darius, I already know. Darius got Texas A&M winning the SEC again.
Please don't.
I'm confident in this.
I actually might not put that past him.
They got a lot of young people. I know people were young that was playing last year. 36 freshmen played for them last year. 36. In the course of 10 games or 11 games. 36 freshmen played for them.
And you got to think about it, they got the big games at home. Well, besides one of them. But every game at home this year. They got Bama at home. They're going to probably have Auburn at home.
And this is what my perspective is, right? Bama starting over on offense.
Mm-hmm.
They starting all the way over, so that's valid.
Man, Nick is on his way out, just to let y'all know. His players are starting to get arrested, in trouble more than I ain't ever seen.
Georgia just started over on offense. I think the only threat legitimately is LSU.
Yep, and Tennessee.
They're the only team that's coming back with amount of players that they went into with, right? So I think what's important in the SEC is continuity, and that's what LSU and Texas A&M both possess.
Yep.
Right, the experienced quarterbacks, both of them. I mean, Wagman, however you pronounce his last name. He ended up getting him some reps, starter reps at the end of the season. Now that he used to the game, now you can let him go, right? Then you still talking about the young freshman wide receiver, or the young sophomore wide receiver. Then you got Moose coming back, and who was my man that got hurt?
I know who you talking about. Hey,
back, right?
Yeah.
So you get all these. Then you get the number one running back in the recruiting class.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put them up. You put all that behind an experienced offensive line. What is an experienced offensive line now?
Mm-hmm.
And what is now an experienced defensive line? I think they got a good shot, right?
And then also you got to think about it is the one thing Jimbo Fisher needed to do was go get an offensive coordinator and get out of the system of 2013.
Yeah. As a coordinator,
He just did that. He gonna have they spread now for sure.
He one of the most talented offensive college football minds in college football, right? So I think they got the formula. You got DJ Durkin. Jimbo Fisher has released what it appears has relinquished all play calling duties on both sides. So now he just it's his job to manage the game and trust who is his coordinator with the head coaches at one point, right? So I don't know. I'm even higher on A&M than I was last year.
Yeah, Alabama starting over. I think Tennessee's gonna win the East this year. Because they big games will be at home besides Florida, and I don't know who Florida QB is. So
you think? I don't know why he's got these weird names, but you think he get the job done?
Who?
Tennessee quarterback.
Milton.
Nico.
What are you talking about? Nico.
Yeah.
You saying who gonna get the job?
Now you think he get? I forgot Joe Milton.
Milton probably get the job.
Yeah.
He got experience in a bowl game. He just beat the number 10 team in the country last year.
It was 7 in the time.
Yeah. So
I
think he wins. I think he wins the job. It's his job to lose. The big question about the East is what is Georgia gonna look like? We all know they're gonna have a defense.
Who's the quarterback?
But nobody knows who the QB is. I think it's Brock, but not for sure.
Eddie Marshall transferred, and the other little fans got transferred.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then while people sleeping, the Longhorns finna have a new QB.
He gonna wait. It's Quinn Ewing's time. He's number 3 pick overall.
Nah, I heard sources tell me that Arch is leading.
With the 3rd pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints select Quinn Ewers, University of Texas.
You sound insane, boy. He sound insane. What to say we get 3rd pick? It's first time about some Quinn Ewers. All right.
We for sure. If we ever in the top 3, we gonna get the number 1 pick.
You talking about? Send the crib.
You know.
Baltimore had a number 1 pick, so Caleb Williams gonna be a Raven.
What y'all think about the Baltimore situation?
I really think it ain't gonna get solved till close to the season for real. I think Baltimore. I keep saying something about like, what actually makes sense because one, you still, regardless this year, someone's to get them gotta offer something, and Baltimore still has the right to be like, nah, we finna match that and do whatever. So really, cause I'm sure they're not hurting for money. They ain't had to pay nobody, honestly, up to this point. So he might mess around and be stuck for real for a year.
Nah, somebody offer, they gonna let him go, but I don't think nobody will offer him because I don't think the contract he's asking for is gonna ever get. I think the owners are sticking by each other.
Mm-hmm. What does he want? He wants something guaranteed. I don't know how much it is.
Yeah, that's
guaranteed.
How much?
Some guaranteed.
So there's more than Deshaun Watson.
How much you want? 250?
Yeah. I think it's something. At least that's the rumors. I'm not sure what it is.
I think. Well, see, I don't think it's. Someone said it's not that high. It's not that number. Because I mean, that realistically, ain't nobody else doing that since they did in Cleveland. But the fact is, the guarantee number is still high enough. It's supposed to be still higher than Kyler Murray, whatever his number is right now. It's like 190 or something like that.
I thought it was like 210.
Yeah. His guarantee is like 190 though. Like his overall contract is 210, but he's like whatever that number is. Plus you got to send 2 first-round picks to get him. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know nobody trying to pay and send. That's crazy.
But that's what they're saying. I really know what that number is. I don't think it's I think a 2 first-round picks is too easy.
160.
What you're talking about with Lamar Jackson, right? So I think a team, and I've been advocating for this, and I'm gonna keep going until they do it. They probably won't, but I think a team like the New York Jets, who don't have a lot of holes on offense or defense, can afford to trade 2 number 1 picks, right? You get this young quarterback who's only 25 years old, and the rest of your team on rookie deals. The rest of these teams, the rest of these players not due for deals until 3 years down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And Lamar Jackson is a player that can win right now. It's not like he Jimmy Garoppolo. It's not like he.
Hey, Jimmy, get it done, fam.
It's not like it's not like he's this explosive weapon that you cannot use. Like anybody, in my opinion, there's only a handful of teams that shouldn't be calling about Lamar Jackson. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Nah, the Jets. My only thought was either the Jets. Honestly, like
who's them teams? We know one.
Yeah. So
we probably know like 3 of them.
Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
The obvious.
Chargers.
Right. Buffalo.
Well, it's probably like 6.
It's probably like 6.
Cincy. I don't think Arizona's gonna be calling for him.
Arizona ain't calling. Dallas ain't calling.
Dallas probably ain't gonna call.
It's really more about who need to call them than it is. He's gonna have enough teams that.
I mean, Seattle ain't gonna call them either. So
that's what I'm saying. So you got enough that ain't gonna.
I think Seattle gonna take Hendon Hooker with their second pick in the first round.
They might. And rumbling. They talking about him and Anthony. One of the 2.
Man, you can and it's crazy how it works out for both teams. I mean, for both parties, right? So Hendon Hooker recovering from ACL, you gonna give him a whole year, probably more. And you gonna wait till Geno starts to decline.
Throw him in there.
I think it works out just like they did with Matthew and Russell.
I think it works out even if they draft Anthony.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, you can't lose.
That's
crazy. That's a come up.
Who else is some teams? Well, it's a bunch of teams. I don't think the Giants gonna end up calling for Lamar either because they just signed him.
Who should? Because Atlanta should have called.
Saints ain't gonna call.
Saints ain't calling. Obviously, Jets should have called.
Jacksonville ain't gonna call.
Indy should call. Indy
ain't gonna call.
I think Indy will. That's what I think he's gonna do it. I think they're gonna wait to draft. I think what Indy's doing is waiting to see how C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young fall. Mm-hmm. I think if they go with them first 2 picks, I think they make the call. But I think if Anthony Richardson end up being a number 1 selection, we might see the Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud.
What's the likelihood that he'd be the number 1 overall selection?
Man, listen.
It ain't to me. It ain't high.
Here's the thing.
It's a toss-up.
Here's the thing.
Top 2, the second probably. So I don't think 1.
People are so sold on his measurables. You don't win the game.
About that shit.
Yeah, you don't win the game.
Good nigga 6'5".
Like, there's plenty of people who come in and blow the tip of the water.
I mean, you might win it in college.
But everybody fast in the league. Everybody big.
Everybody fast. Everybody big. Everybody got the same skill sets. They wouldn't be there if they didn't have it.
And that's why I think what separates Bryce, that's why I don't know if y'all seen it, but earlier I tweeted last year, this year, or next year, Bryce Young would have been
the number one overall pick.
And he should be.
And the reason why, to me, it wouldn't be close is Bryce Young, he played for Alabama. They got a whole bunch of All-Americans. But this past year, showed that he had no All-Americans besides one. And he still threw for 3,000 yards. He did. He improvised. He read the defense very well. He ain't really he a runner, but I don't understand why he don't run. So it makes it look so much better.
Yeah, mobile. Him once he don't do that for real. So he just take off.
So not to compare him to anybody, he's really like a Patrick Mahomes without an arm.
Yeah, without the cannon.
But he can make every throw.
Like
and I feel like
he anticipates throws very well.
Very well. I feel like, and it's two things with that conversation, right? I feel like we all can agree that Bryce Young should be the first quarterback taken off the board based off what we've seen. I'd about to say everything you know, right? But also, I find it like, I don't know if y'all been watching with the media, right? I guess, I don't know if it's to help big up Bryce Young, because obviously he shouldn't get looked down upon for his size. But it's like, in the same breath, folks are trying to like, it's like mitigate what you did see from CJ. Like, just say he the second pick because Bryce Young does a little bit more with less. We done seen him do more with less height and talent around him. But it's like, I mean, CJ Stroud he's a safe pick. He just gives you enough. I'm like, dang, was cuz not good? Like, you can still praise, you can still give him his proper praise and still say Bryce Young is the number one pick in the draft.
Look, this is how I will determine anything, bro. If
crazy.
I were to take Bryce Young off of Alabama and put him on Ohio State, they might have won a national title.
Mm-hmm.
They would have beat Georgia for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I'm not getting into fucking Kentucky. If I can't even put them on Florida, but Florida, I believe they made a bowl game. They won 6 games this year, 7. I don't even think they won that. Did they win that?
I think they came out with 6. I think 6.
They become a 6-win team to a 9-win team.
I mean, granted, they also had like 1,000 drops, so I don't know if that helps or not. It
might not, but Bryce keeps them on the field. He don't let them get 3 and outs. He ain't turning the ball over. 3 to 5 picks each of his starts. 3 to 7. He just started. Richardson had fucking 4 of them in 2 fucking games. So like, Bryce he been NFL ready. He just couldn't go.
Agreed.
Who came out last year? I forgot who came out. Zach Wilson and them?
Nah, he was already.
Last year class.
I don't even remember.
What was last year class?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Remember?
Was it even any quarterbacks like that in that grade?
It was Sam Howell in that class. I just forgot who went above Sam Howell because Sam went the second or third.
Sam went loud. Sam went like back burner part of the draft. Shit.
Sam Howell, Matt Corral, Malik Willis.
That's a great question. I don't know.
I don't know who started from there.
None of them, I don't think. Malik ended up starting at least a couple times, but who else was with him, bro? Because Malik had he was basically the Anthony Richardson of this draft.
Kenny Pickett, that's who the
Kenny Pickett and Desmond Ritter. There we go. Yeah, he definitely would have watched them by.
Oh, he's 1,000% better than them.
I'm watching them by far. They 3rd round picks compared to Cuz. 4th. Let's be real. That's it. All right, bro. So, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nah, well, back. So, like, how we ended it the other day, Darius. I wanted to premise this with you because you deal with a lot of quarterback talk, obviously, in our group, one of our groups where there's folks talk about this whole QB thing, right? So, Josh, I just want to put you in the loop. So,
at this point, I need to just be in the group.
Route runner. They need to. Route runners and 80-20 guys we was talking about last time, right?
Oh yeah.
So then I talk about quarterbacks, right? If you want the playmaker, if you will, or the game manager, right? Like you want a guy who's gonna, you can plug him in. You can plug him in any system. He gonna make the system move. But Jimmy G's been a safe game manager for a lot of teams, right? For just lack of better words. Or if you want to get the upper echelon, let's go Tom Brady.
I mean, I wouldn't say Jimmy is a game manager, but at the same time, when Jimmy was playing, he only had literally like 2 weapons.
Right, but I mean, again, he made the system move, right? And then you get like, let's go with, for the playmaker, like you got guys like a Lamar or let's say even Russell. Russell in his prime was a playmaker. Josh Allen, yeah, you're right. Somebody like that, built like that. So you got Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, those type of guys. In your comparison, a playmaker, a guy who can plug in, who just make the system go. He ain't got to do too much. He just make the system go with what's around him.
You asking me who I'm taking?
Who you want?
I don't want no fucking game manager.
I'm asking.
I'm just being honest. Why I want a game? Give me a time a game manager has won the Super Bowl.
Trent Dilfer.
No, the Rams just won the Super Bowl.
Matthew Stafford was a game manager to you?
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
I wouldn't say Matthew Stafford was a game manager 2 years ago.
He a gunslinger, but he ain't had to make no crazy plays.
I wouldn't say Matthew Stafford was a game manager.
I don't know, bro.
What about the Bucs last championship?
The Bucs?
Tom Brady definitely game managing now.
But I'm saying like, not saying in the Super Bowl when a game manager, because yeah, we at the biggest stage now. We're gonna go all out, but at the same time, we're gonna be smart. Throughout the season, Tom Brady would not have been considered a game manager.
You don't think so? What do you have to do?
I don't think he would have.
Shit.
What would you consider? So what you consider Joe Burrow?
Fucking gunslinger.
So maybe that's what we got to check. A gunslinger versus a athlete or something? Is that what we asked?
I mean, like, what's a game manager to y'all? Like, I need to know, like, is it a certain amount of throws they throw, not throws they throw?
Yeah, like you can get away with a game with him. He ain't got to throw 40 times a game. He ain't got to run for 100-something yards, and that like almost have to happen for him to win the game. He can go out there for 25, and then it'll be okay.
Well, Joe Burrow ain't throwing no 25 passes, so you can go ahead and throw
he
that.
He got 3 number ones. Sure, he can throw as much as he wants to.
I'm just saying.
You ain't gotta ask Joe Burrow to do nothing crazy.
I love boy, but I ain't gonna say he'll win.
I mean, yeah, I'm just at one.
But I'm just saying.
One point, he was a top slot. Is what I meant. Not necessarily like a number one. He was a top slot at one point.
So
100%. He's so crazy in LA.
So it turned. I don't remember a game that, I may be wrong, Matthew Stafford has threw 25 passes. If you want to say off of that, go ahead, there.
But here's my thing. This is why I don't really know the passing. I don't know if passing should play a factor because it's a passing league. Right. So of course, you're gonna have more quarterbacks though.
Okay. So you saying?
Well, I'm saying like guys who are not mobile, like who are straight up pocket quarterbacks.
Yeah. Not the one time they got a free lane, they just decide to scramble. But like he said,
the play breakdown, they take it off with the type deal. That's what I think is a playmaker.
Oh, in that case, Tom Brady and Matthew Stafford will be game managers.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
Joe Burrow will be. I don't think he'll be a game manager.
You think so? I kind of had a hard time dealing with that.
He's in between. He can run it, but he don't really run it. So I'm in between.
Well, that's why I put him in my game manager role because like you ain't drawing up nothing for Joe Burrow just to run. It's very rare that you have to.
I mean, don't get it wrong. They will draw it up, but the likelihood of them wanted to get Joe Burrow hurt because Kyle Allen is his backup is not fucking high.
You know what I'm saying?
And Joe Burrow already getting hit 1,000 times. So
the playbook is for him to use strictly his arm. That's what I'm saying. So like, I mean, we know Joe Burrow can get out of there.
So what did this group message say? Who did they say was, because something happened for y'all to bring up the game manager and who not a game manager? So who they said was the game manager?
It was more so, it wasn't even that question. I thought of that question just before the show. I was thinking more so because we're talking about like, it was the conversation about, we're talking about Lamar getting paid, the whole situation, right? It was talking about Okay, well, you remember the RG3 tweet about, well, these quarterbacks, they had Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. They would do just as well, if not better. And he clarified later, saying talking about they'd be better than what they even are right now with those three guys. Not necessarily better than Joe Burrow, but better than what they are. And that was like Lamar, A-Rod, Patrick, and
A-Rod.
I think Josh Allen or Justin Herbert, whatever.
It was
A-Rod?
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't see us all on A-Rod, but
A-Rod now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, A-Rod 3 years ago, maybe.
What he
For
said.
sure.
So I'm just like, we started off with that and we was having a discussion. I was like, so then with that being said, like literally all of them you can put in almost playmaker, in your playmaker. But I was like, so then really, I think everybody in the league just want a playmaker, a guy who can.
Hey, fam, if you want me to be 100% honest with you, bro, if you put Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd on any team in this league, they're gonna look 1,000% better.
Right.
So like, I don't know what RG3 was smoking there. He could have put them on his team in 2009 or 14, and they would have looked 1,000% better.
Yeah, probably would have saved a knee.
And a concussion.
I was just thinking in general, like you starting again, like you said, you starting your franchise. You know a guy just in the pocket surgery, or do you want a guy that's gonna get you, hey.
I want a guy like Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert or
just enough.
Joe Burrow or Josh Allen. Them my guys I want. And you starting to look at it now, the QBs are coming in just like that, really. Just think about it. Anthony Richardson will probably be Josh Allen. Bryce Young will be the next comparison of Patrick Mahomes, if you want to do that. I ain't going to disrespect my Herbert like that, so he don't really have a comparison in this draft. Yeah, well, C.J. Stroud. I give him C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, give him that.
But other than that, Joey B probably won't have a comparison because I'm not fucking putting Will Levis in that shit. I don't even care.
No, because Will Levis too much. He get used too much as an athlete anyway. So
he sucked.
Like, so like, I mean,
that's why I wasn't comparing it. I don't even care. I'll put Malik Hooker compared to Joey B before Will Levis.
And the Hooker.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That's actually not bad. That's actually not a bad comparison at all.
Hendon Hooker is way more athletic than Joe Burrow.
Yeah, for sure. Not close.
He don't want to run.
If anybody, it'll be like Milton for Tennessee that'd be compared to Joe Burrow. Yeah. Minus the stronger arm.
You got that motherfucker rocket.
But when Nico come out, boy, he gonna be slinging that thing.
Remind y'all of me, don't it?
No.
I'm so sick.
Hey, look, chat.
Going home. That's what y'all know.
We love y'all. Darius didn't say much this time because Zulu wanted to battle me on USC and Ohio State.
I was asking the question.
But until next week, next Wednesday, we are here at 8:05. Darius said, "Peace out from the Memphis commit." All social media will be up next Monday. This podcast, I believe.
Should be up tomorrow.
Be up tomorrow. And then next week, I think we're gonna do a dual live stream. We're gonna do it on here in YouTube. So go tell a friend to tell a friend. But other than that, we are out. Peace.